of us do not have any meal plan. You just have meal messiness. And what do I mean? Well, guys, I see how people around me also are eating and planning their eating, and it's just basically a huge disaster. I know that this probably sounds familiar when I say that, sometimes you're busy, or a lot of times you're busy, and you just come out and get some fast food out of the closest joint that you can find, out of the street. You work and you forget to eat, then you get super hungry and you eat a lot. You're eating whatever you see, or just order takeout. So how is this going to be fixed? Well, there's always a way, guys, and I'm here to there that there's always a way. I'm seeing through my friends and some family members, my sister-in-law, my brother, how they are. And for instance, my brother was trying to be in shape for years. He even took some PDs, testosterone to be more exact. I mentioned this before. And these days, I mean, maybe like 2 years ago, he actually had kind of a decent physique. He got back into shape, but then he had another kid, and now he's once again not into shape. So he was talking to me on Easter when we saw each other, and he said how his schedule was hectic, how he forgets to eat, how he just grabs something, whatever he finds, and he's now out of shape. So he thinks that there's no solution to this. But there is, and the sad part is, even further sad part is that, my sister-in-law also could be helped, and the kids as well, because they're the parents and they are cooking for the kids, and the kids are not actually eating that, and they themselves are not actually eating much of what is cooked, so they end up throwing food, which is all itself a problem, and it is horrible. And a lot of young people too, younger people, let's say, they have this issue with school or university or just in general. So if you don't have your meal planning, or if you don't have your meals plan, whatever you're going to eat, if you don't have some kind of a concept of what you're eating, why you're eating it, you are going to lose shape or be constantly out of shape year round, guys. And not only that, but this will lead to very poor health into your older age, even into your younger age, depending on how bad you are messing things up. You can have a poor health, in a very short period of time from now, and you can have a poor health, even worse when you're older. So I also see that, people that are in their 60s and they're having bodies like they're 85. Meanwhile, I'm seeing people that are almost 90 and moving around, going on hikes and just being very healthy overall, because they made this conscious effort to be very active through their whole life. And the people that are active and even pick up weights from time to time, and trying to have the physique, the muscle mass, they're even better because they're basically functioning mostly as young people, and they can do fully everything that a young person can do. Maybe not as fast, but they have a very good quality of life and they can do everything without further help. So that alone is worth taking measures right now, guys. Taking measures right now as soon as you can. So how to fix it? How to fix your meal planning and to actually have one. But first, guys, go through your day. Even if you want, you can write it down. Write what are you doing when you get up, what time do you leave for work, let's say, or for school, and then when you do get home, you just write down your whole day. For instance, 8 a.m. I'm getting up, 9 a.m. I have to go out, by 9:30 I have to be at school or something like this. So look at it and see where you can fit the eating part of the day. If you don't want to fast, because I would always recommend intermittent fasting, because that's gonna save you a ton of time and it's going to make you healthier. Just how it is. I've been doing it for more than 5 years now. See where is the best time to eat. Then throughout your day, and never eat really, guys. Try to not eat past 6 p.m. Just try, please. At the latest, eat at 7 or 7:30. But have in mind that when you eat at night, your metabolism is slower, no matter what anyone says, and you're setting yourself for not optimal results, just kind of stressing your body in these hours to eat and process food. And then even if you go to bed at 12 and the food is processed, there's still some other processes that are related to the after processing of the food that are going on, and you're not really spending some calories, if any. You're spending calories because you're alive, but the point is you're not active. So whatever you eat after you stop being as active is not going to be metabolized as well compared to how it would be if you're eating during the day when your body is active. And the most active hours when your metabolism is the best is between 8 a.m. and 12 or 1 p.m. at noon. So yeah, I'm trying to fit most of my calories at noon, because if it's too early, I'm getting too hungry the rest of the day. That's another story. I'm a girl and I know my hormones and when I go hungry. So you also have to figure that part out. So figure this part out, when you're supposed to eat. Then pick the most essential foods, especially if you're not a vegan. If you're vegan, you can always write me for advice what can you replace what with, but if you're not, you have to make an effort to eat the most essential food and to fit them into your day. So what are the most essential foods? Well, those are eggs, Greek yogurt or Bulgarian yogurt preferably, whatever yogurt you can find with the real bacteria there, frozen berries of any kind, like strawberries, blueberries, whatever berries you can find from the lower calorie spectrum, raspberries as well, some red meat like beef, let's say, quark or protein cheese or low fat cottage cheese. Well, basically those are like the essential, and of course there's a lot of others that you can add to them. So when you have a bit of meat, the eggs, and you have the quark, which is another source of protein. If you have protein powder that's good quality, well, for me that is very essential because I'm cooking a lot of things with that, and I'm using, starch to make a lot of other things. I mean, pudding type of starch to make a lot of other things, like I mentioned before. So you can make so many things around that are like a few minutes. So I'm going to give you a quick example. When I do my meals, I start at noon and start prepping the yogurt. So I first put the fruits, the frozen fruits, I melt those down like for 40 seconds in the microwave. Then I put low-fat yogurt there. Then I put 1 scoop of protein, like 20 grams. So basically it's not full 1 scoop, but yeah, almost a full one. Then I put maybe some oats or nothing else, just some sweetener, just some cinnamon and cocoa powder, just pure cocoa powder. I mix that and I eat it. Then I used to make lavash. Now I'm switching things over, so I'm not making lavash at the moment, but I can eat the red meat like on the side, let's say, with some low-calorie ketchup. So not everything is like perfectly perfection, because somebody will say, well, why don't you eat tomatoes? Because tomatoes are more expensive, they have more calories, and I do eat tomatoes, but just, whenever the season, they're not like 10 times more expensive, which they are right now. So I'm trying to get the most macronutrient dense foods for the money that I have, so I can get everything that I need. But that is the same principle, guys. It's not about me. It's the same principles. You can do those things because I'm also busy, but I'm taking this time in the day, like an hour, to prep everything that I eat during the day. Then with the eggs, I make the pancakes, in which I put the pudding in, the quark, and the sweetener, some baking powder, sometimes some xanthan gum to make it thicker, then a bit of water. I mix that with NutriBullet, and yeah, those are my pancakes basically, and they're pretty hefty because they're made with 4 eggs. Sometimes, like today, I made like a lemon protein cake real quick. They're 107 calories a piece. So yeah, the point is I dedicate some time to that during the day, an hour and a half tops. But I have all the food ready for me, so I don't need to think about what I'm going to eat. I know what I'm going to eat. And if I'm missing something, sometimes I switch things. Like now, I just don't eat lavash. I eat oats instead of that. I eat occasionally a carrot as well. So whatever I need, I just get this sense for it over time, which you also can develop. The point is you can always fit some time to meal prep, even if you have to, get up a bit earlier, guys, but it's going to be worth it over time. It's going to be worth it for your health, for your form, for your future health, and how you think about food, because people just don't realize that food is the most important thing. And food and sleep and then training, the 3 most important things in life when it comes to health and quality of life. That is the foundation, and then you can have whatever job you have to work for. If those 3 things are down, the food, the sleep, the training, you can then work on the other things. So it's extremely important for you to get your body together before you can do anything else. And you have to forget about McDonald's. You have to forget about any fast food items, because really those are the bad habits that you develop when you are up for those. I mean, when your back is against the wall, you're hungry, and you don't know what the heck to do. Things like eggs and putting eggs into things, making pancakes out of them are easy stuff. If you can afford it, you can buy egg whites from time to time and put those in for more protein. If you can afford it, you can buy whatever cheap protein powder you can find. Is super expensive these days. I get mine from Jim Beam, which is still like in normal prices. You can get some oats and make them double or triple the size when you put them in the microwave with enough water to cover them, and even a bit above, and like put them in the microwave for like 3 minutes and watch them so they not explode. You can make better quantity with that. So there's a lot of things that you can make so quickly. I'm so proficient at this point. I'm making several meals at a time sometimes, and I'm eating one while I'm making the other, and then I'm finishing on all of that in about an hour with the eating and the cooking. And then in the rest of the day, as far as I was not like too active, and I don't need to eat again. I just don't. I drink other things. I chew gum and all that. So that's my way. You don't need to do my things. The point is, if you want to fix and have things prepped, you can do that yourself. You can add mushrooms, by the way, to every meal because they are lower calorie and super healthy. You can add like I said, the carrots. You can add other things, zucchini. Make a bunch of like bigger meals from zucchini that are faster. You can make jello in the fridge with some, well, gelatin or just regular jello from the store, as long as it's low calorie. You can put that into the camera, the fridge camera, and then, the freezer, I mean, and then get it out of there, put it into the fridge, and have it ready with a few strawberries inside, put there beforehand, so you can have this like a treat that it's pretty much pure protein. There's a lot of stuff. When I can, I will make maybe another cooking video to show you what I do now. There's videos here too that show you what I did before, because I do need to switch things. As long as the macros are close to the same, everything is fine. So yeah, guys, make a conscious effort, because like I said, this is going to be for the rest of your life a habit, to take care of yourselves through the eating and all that. We're going to talk about the sleeping as well, but that's something, it's an individual thing, guys. So if you need me to help you with that, you can always PM me, DM me. But if not, you just can go by the principles, and you can freaking fix your eating and not rely on the outside joints to eat whatever. And don't think about your friends, if you have to join your friends or not. If you want to be better in terms of how you look, how you feel, and have better health in the future, you should not care about being social with your friends over food, because goodness sakes, it's your health, and it's gonna go sideways if it's not already very soon, and you're going to drum on your belly as well. It's not worth it, guys. If you want to be above average, you have to do things above average. You have to be calculative. You have to be knowing. You have to be learning and applying, and testing new things and learning and applying. You cannot go with the flock. You just can't. You have to be an individual. So that is it, guys. Hope it helps. Hope this inspires you. And thanks so much, guys, for watching. Thanks so much for supporting me here at OnlyFans. Love you guys.